Hey everybody, it's Clouch from Mythic Track. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the latest feature called the Compare tool. So yeah, this tool is pretty powerful, I would say. It was a lot of fun to make, and I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. So let me run you through all the things that it can do. So yeah, let's first start with the basic way of using it. So if we come to one of your decks, and you can see there's a new button here called the Compare tool. So you click that, and you're presented with this, pop up, and it's got these two slots. So we can go ahead and add our deck into the Compare tool. So now we need something to compare it to. So let's go ahead and open up another deck. And I don't know, we can pick one of my other commander decks here. And you can see when you open up something else, there's a little indicator on the Compare tool basically saying that, hey, the tool's not empty. There's something in here already. So we can go ahead and add this second deck to the Compare tool. And you can see once two things are loaded into the tool, you can now hit Compare. So let's go ahead and do that. This brings up a brand new page that compares stats for each of the decks. So you can see which deck performs better in certain stats. You can see cards the decks might have in common. So yeah, if there's any cards that the game-winning cards these two decks have in common, they get highlighted. These obviously had none. And yeah, basically you can see, which win percentage is higher, which has the better average winning turn, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, wins by turn order. Looks like neither of these decks have ever won sitting in seat 3 or 4. But yeah, so you get a cool comparison there. Yeah, this is kind of the basic way the Compare tool works, but that's kind of not all it can do. There's a whole bunch more actually. So this is comparing two decks to two decks, right? Like let's go back to my decks here, and we'll click my CEDH deck VV. And you can see the Compare tool still has these two things loaded into them. Let's get rid of them. And let's add in my VV deck to the Compare tool. Cool. And now let's say I want to compare my deck to all of the worldwide data. So I can easily do that just by clicking VV, and it'll bring up the global stats for this commander. And then I can add the global stats into the Compare tool. So you can see we use the deck icon and the commander icon to be like, signaling, hey, I'm comparing my deck to the global data here. So I can go ahead and hit compare. And there's obvious things like obviously the global data is going to have more games, but there's a lot of insights you can still get here, like average win turn, win percentage, and then what's really cool is, as you can see now, the highlighting of common game-winning cards. So this could be interesting to use for deck building and stuff. Like if not sure why Curiosity's not highlighted. Maybe I just genuinely haven't won with Curiosity yet in my deck. And I've been winning with Tandem Lookout, it looks like, instead. But anyway, yeah, you can see like there's certain cards here that like maybe my deck hasn't won yet. Like Curiosity, for example, is obviously in my deck and I haven't won with it yet. But that's also because I've only played 6 games probably. But there's stuff like Defense Grid, which is a card I've considered. And if this card's kind of popping up a lot, maybe that's a card I want to put in my deck. Harmonic Prodigy is another one. So yeah, you can kind of get some insights here, seeing the difference between your deck and the global data. that's how this part of the Compare tool works. But the cool thing is that is not all. There's one more thing I want to show off with what the Compare tool can do. Let's go back to my deck here. And let's just clear out the Compare tool. And actually, let's just go to the global stats for VV. So let's say I want to compare VV to another commander, let's say outside of my deck. And let's say I want to do that for CEDH games only. So the Compare tool actually does work with the filtering system, which is, in my opinion, like one of the most powerful and cool parts of this. So if I want to compare all CDH games for VV, I can put VV in here. So you could see it's VV as the commander, and then we've signaled that there's one filter. So that's all the CD. And then if you want to look up like another popular, like Ral is another popular is it commander. Probably, yeah, I think it's that one. So if I come here and you can see already that just with the way the filters work, the filters are persistent between pages. So that's nothing new. You guys should already know that. And if I come here, you can see I can add all the CEDH stats for Ral. So now if I want to compare VV versus Ral as CEDH commanders, I can come into the compare tool and see, you know, Ral's got a better win percentage, which is probably on track. A lot of people, I think the discussion is that Ral is just a better Izzet commander. But wow, VV has played a lot more games. I love the commander. I think the deck is just so much fun to play, but the data does suggest Ral has got a better win percentage across all games. And it's got a, you know, probably I would consider that a significantly lower winning turn across all the CDH data. Yeah, you could see the wins from turn order for each commander here. Win cons, you know, VV's winning with infinite combo most often, and it looks like people just concede to Ral, which is hilarious. I've never played it, so I don't know exactly how those games go. But yeah, so this is kind of what the compare tool is. I think it's super powerful because it combines with the filter system already. So yeah, that's kind of it. I'm really excited about it. So just to do a quick recap, you can compare any decks to any other decks. So you can compare it to your friends' decks. You can compare decks to your own decks. You can compare decks to any commander. So the global stats for any commander. And then you can also compare commanders against each other. And it all works with the filtering system. So yeah, that's kind of the compare tool. I really hope you guys find this useful and as fun to look through as I have. And as always, feel free to leave your feedback in the Mythic Track Discord server. And yeah, lastly, I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of our Patreon supporters, because this project honestly has come so far with your help, because you guys really do keep things running. So thank you so much. And I just also wanted to say, if you're not a patron, I really still appreciate you being part of the community. And just wanted to mention a completely free way to support Mythic Track is just to share it, really. You'd be surprised how much like a single post or comment on Reddit or social media can go a long way into just getting people interested in the site. So yeah, if you just were looking for an easy, free way to support this project, just share a link to your deck or share a link to your commander with your friends on Discord or anywhere else you talk about magic stuff. So anyway, that's all from me. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.